each breath a little bit deeper, a little bit fuller. Complete breath in, complete breath out. Allowing each breath to be an invitation to be right here, right now. As we allow the breath to deepen and the body to settle into this moment, one or two more complete breaths. And let's allow the eyes to open and find your gaze to the yantra. This yantra is Sri Yantra, the great yantra. As you look at the yantra, focus on the center first. Just find yourself looking at the center. This dot in the center is called the bindu, that little teeny tiny dot right in the center. The bindu represents the unity that underlines all the diversity of the physical world. Allow your eyes to see the triangle that encloses the bindu, focusing on the triangle. The downward point of the triangle represents the feminine creative power, the womb of all creation, while the upward facing triangle represents male energy, movement, and transformation. If you find that your eyes get tired, feel free to blink anytime. Just as best as you can, maintain the gaze at the center dot and triangle right now. Notice if your breath becomes shallow and allow the breath to deepen. If any tension builds up, soften the forehead, soften the eyes, maintain the gaze as best as you can. Now let's allow our vision to expand to include the circles outside of the triangles. They represent the cosmic cycles or the cosmic rhythms of life. The image of the circle embodies the notion that time has no beginning and no end. The furthest region of space and the innermost nucleus of an atom both pulsate with the same rhythmic energy of creation. That rhythm is within you and without. Continuing to concentrate or to look in that direction and become aware of the petals of the lotus around the circles. Outside the circle, they're pointing outward as if opening. They illustrate the unfolding of our understanding. The lotus also represents the heart, the seat of the self. When the heart opens, understanding comes. Concentrating on the petals of the lotus. Continue concentrating and allow the breath to be settled, even, and allow the gaze to expand now. The square at the outside of the yantra, become aware of the square around the circles. The square represents the world of form, the material world that our senses show us, the illusion of separateness, well-defined edges, boundaries. The periphery of the figure are four T-shaped portals, or are often called gateways. Notice that they point towards the interior of the yantra, the inner spaces of life. They represent our earthly passage from the external and material to the internal and sacred. And take a moment to gaze into the yantra, and as if in slow motion, let the different shapes and patterns emerge naturally, allowing the eyes to be held loosely in focus. Gaze at the center of the yantra. You're gazing on perfection, the golden ratio, pure balance and equilibrium. Drink it in. Without moving the eyes now, gradually and slowly begin to expand your field of vision, lingering over each layer as you expand your vision. Keep expanding the vision until we're taking in information from greater than 180 degrees. See everything. Now slowly reverse the process by gently drawing your attention back in. Slowly move from taking in everything around you. Begin to narrow the gaze. Moving our awareness slowly back to the yantra's four gates. Stay there for a few moments. And ever so slowly, move back through the gates. Ever so gently, move deeper into the yantra. Petals, circles. Drift your soft gaze slowly back through each circular channel of lotus petals and triangles, and ultimately back to the bindu, back to the source. This process of moving inward is called involution, moving from multiplicity or our multidimensionality back to that center of oneness, layer by layer, moving in and in and in. When you feel ready, let your eyes close. Let your eyes rest. Let the yantra unfold in the mind's eye. Letting the yantra unfold in the mind allows us to drift back and forth between doing and being. The patterns of creativity represented by these primordial shapes express the fundamental forces of nature that flow through existence, that flow through us. When you're ready, feel free to lie down and relax. And just let your body absorb, feel the subtle nature of what you just experienced. Allow it to ripple through our thoughts, our being, our breath. Just rest for a few moments before we begin our practice today. Just notice how you feel. Just witnessing ourselves through the whole process and breathing. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, but right here, right now.